Hey guys, Mr. Splitzer here. I'm going to show you how to use the quad Splitzer on the Polaroid Now and also the Polaroid Onestep. This is just going to be like a brief instructional video. I'm going to be using these four toys in the back to create a four-in-one shot. Let's begin. So I'm going to show you first how to take a four-in-one shot with the Polaroid Now. I have the four items ready to shoot. Let's get the camera ready. For my personal preference, I like to start off with moving this to the top right position, and then after every shot I move it clockwise. So this will be my first shot, second shot, third shot, and fourth shot. First thing I'm going to do is turn it on. Okay. And now we're going to enter double exposure mode. So I hit this twice. And you'll see that it's blinking the number 1, which means it's ready for the first double exposure shot. Just don't forget we're doing 4 exposure shots, not 2. So I'm going to look through the view screen and aim this item at the top left of the view screen. I'm going to put the microphone down and try to talk to you. Oops, sorry about that. Okay, I'm looking through the view screen, and I have the truck at the top left, and okay, that's my first shot. Next I'm going to turn off the camera, and sorry about that. Next what I did here is I turned off the camera. Now I'm going to turn it back on, and I'm going to press the timer button twice. So now that it's ready for double exposure mode, I'm also going to turn the Splitzer clockwise, just like that, to the bottom right position. So that means when I look through here, the bottom left is what we're aiming for. So I'm going to put the microphone down. Hopefully you can still hear me. Oh, sorry. I need to switch out the product. So I'm going to go with the robot. Cute. So bottom left. I'm looking through the view screen, aiming at the bottom left. I think the camera is ready. Okay. Should be blinking too. Should be blinking. Sorry. It should be blinking the number 2. That means it wants to shoot. It's ready for the next double exposure shot, which we do not want to do. I'm going to turn off the camera. Turn it back on. Great. I'm going to press the timer button twice. 1, 2. Now it's ready for a double exposure shot. Let's add a new product. I think this will work. Alright, I'm going to put the microphone down. Okay, oh sorry. I need to rotate the Splitzer. See, this is when you can mess up. You gotta have a good sometimes I'll forget to rotate this Splitzer and I'll end up with a I wouldn't say ruin, but just, you know, one quarter of the shot black, or showing nothing at all. So don't forget to rotate it. Okay, I have it now at the bottom left position, which means when I look through this viewfinder, we're going to aim it at the bottom right. Aim this subject to the bottom right. Okay, bottom right. So make sure bottom right and fire. Great. Now, I'm not going to turn off the camera because the next shot will be the final shot. So I want to kind of put this ball down. Let me get something to hold it. Nope. I'll edit this part out. Oh, you know what I can use? I can use a Splitzer to hold the ball. Great, so now it's ready. Just now I have to, don't forget to rotate the Splitzer. And this will be the final position. So here we have it at the bottom left, top left. I'm going to be aiming here at the top right. And this will be our final shot. So top right. Okay, great. We took our test shot and it should come out pretty good. What I like to do is, as soon as I take the shot, I'll put it in a book to kind of seal it away from light. And I will let that photograph develop. I usually let it sit in there in the book for maybe 20 minutes. But now we can try testing the Onestep Plus, which should be pretty much the same thing. Okay, so it's been 20 minutes and let's look at our first test shot. This one's with the Onestep, not the Onestep, it's the Polaroid now. And as you can see, it came out very bright, so we lost a lot of color, possibly because of the flash. We do see 4 shots, so we see all 4 items. The only thing is, the only one that looks centered within its own section is the car. So this will happen because when shooting something really close up, it's hard to when you're viewing through here, what you see when you shoot something up close and you're trying to use this as a guide, it doesn't work that great because it can't really focus exactly what this camera is seeing. So this part, if you're going to shoot something really close, you're going to need to play around with it and master it on your own. I'm relatively new to doing 4 shots, so I still need to practice. If I'm going to do something close up, I need to practice. So I'll probably go through maybe a full pack of Polaroid shots before I really get it down. But when shooting something that's relatively far away, like my examples I've shot like murals, those shots should come out much nicer. The only thing I will tell you is that make sure that whatever you're shooting, the subject has to be well lit. Anything in shadow will come out pretty dark, and I can show you some examples. Let's see. So, for example, I got a lot of shots here. For example, everything came out pretty nice except this dragon. This dragon was a mural, and the sun had already set behind it, so it was basically all in shadow. So that's why it kind of came out dark. Also, I don't know if you can see this shot, but here I was trying to shoot these hills that have homes, and I thought the hills were pretty well lit, but my camera, since the lens is getting less light in, our subjects are coming out darker. If it's dark to begin with, it's going to come out even darker. So here you see like these two items had sun was hitting it, so that's why they came out pretty nice. But these two, the sun was at it was around noon, so the sun was hitting was maybe going over the hill, so that's why we're getting more shadow here. So just, you got to take that into account. Like here I was trying to, I believe these two did have light hitting it, and these two murals were in shadows, but I wanted to see if it could come out, and it didn't come out so great. But I mean, it came out good, but not what I had hoped for. And like this guy, light was hitting it, light was hitting all four of these, except for this one. This one actually, it did shoot in shade. There was shade, but what I did here was, for this camera, I did cover with my finger these sensors, and for whatever reason it gave me a much lighter picture, and it came out really nice. So there's a lot to play around with when shooting, doing 4 shots. So, and eventually once you start taking pictures, you'll notice that all these little minor tweaks are going to help you come up with something really great. So I think we can start taking some test shots with the Onestep Plus, and I'm not going to, well, I'll play around with looking through the viewfinder. Maybe I'll use this photo as a guide, and see if I move. So maybe when I'm looking through the viewfinder, I will aim it a little more to the left or to the right, and we'll just play around with it and see what comes out. And that's what I mean. You just got to play around with these cameras to get the best shot. So let's start off with the Onestep Plus. I'm going to rotate the Splitzer so that this opening is at the top right, and I guess our subject is pretty close, so I'm going to turn to this setting right here, and let's turn it on. Okay, I have 1 shot remaining, so I better get this right. And for this, I'm going to use my the Polaroid app. There is another method of I heard online to do this, where you hold down the red button for every shot and turn it off as soon as possible. I could try that, but then that means I would be risking my last shot. And well, let's just try it. Who cares? I'll just get new film tomorrow. So wish me luck. Hopefully this works. Let's just do it. Okay, so top right position. So we're gonna be aiming at the top left, and hopefully this works. Okay, so I'm aiming at the top left. I'm gonna keep this photo somewhere nearby just so that I can use it as a guide. Top left, with the ball, and I'm going to, it's ready to shoot. Let's go. Okay, I'm holding it. I'm turning it off, and it's off. I'm gonna let it go. Okay, so far so good. Let's switch the subject for this blue truck. Okay, so, and then we're gonna rotate the splitzer to the bottom right and turn it on. Hopefully nothing doesn't fire or anything. So I'm gonna turn it on. Okay, great. Nothing's happening. That's a good sign. Okay. So I'm going to be aiming the truck on the view screen and viewfinder at the bottom left. So last time I did this, it came out high, so I'm going to go a little lower, and hopefully it comes out okay. Maybe to the right a little bit, and fire. I'm going to hold it again, turn it off. Great, let's rotate it. Awesome. Switch out the subject. Let's go with this guy. Turn it back on. Great. And I did rotate this. Sometimes I forget if I did that. So bottom left, so I'm looking through here for the bottom right. Last time I did this, it came out too close. So maybe what I'll do is I will bring the subject more to the bottom right corner. Okay. Turn it off. And the last thing we're going to shoot is the robot. Okay, let's turn it on. Rotate it. This will be the last time we rotate the splitzer. So we want this at the bottom, top left. So the top right is what I'm aiming for. And then this, so I'm looking at this picture, came out a little low and to the left. So maybe if I do the opposite, instead of aiming at dead center on the top right, I'll move it in a little more. And this time I'm gonna let go of the shot button. Okay. And just like before, I'm going to place the photo in a book and let it sit there for 20 minutes, and hopefully everything came out okay. Okay, so here's what we got. All the toys came out, are positioned way better than compared to the first one. So this is what this is what I was talking about. The more you play with it, the better your shots are gonna come out. Although the only thing I don't like is that it came out really bright, and that probably has to do with this setting right here. I probably had it I had it too close to the bright setting. I should maybe left it in the center or all the way to the darker. But like I said, the more you play with this camera, the more your shot's gonna come out way better. So it just takes practice. But overall, I'm pretty happy with the way it came out as our test shot. Kind of shows you how this one works, how the process works with the Onestep Plus. This one shows how it works with the Polaroid now. So that's about it. If you guys have any more questions, go ahead and you can direct message me on Instagram, on Reddit, on YouTube. I will be happy to answer any of your questions. And these Splitzers can be purchased on Etsy and on eBay. They are going for $10. So yeah, hit me up if you guys have any questions, and I would appreciate a like, and please subscribe, and have a good one. See ya.